Safety Toolbox Talk number 244. Moving machinery hazards, risks, and control measures. 1. In running nip points. Description: where they occur, areas where two machine parts move towards each other, or where one part moves past a stationary object. Examples: rollers, belts, chains, gears, and pulleys. Risks: injury types, entanglement, crushing, amputation. Affected areas: fingers, hands, arms, clothing, hair. Control measures: fixed guards, install permanent barriers to prevent access to nip points. Interlocked guards: use guards that shut down the machine when removed or opened. Training: educate workers on the hazards of nip points and safe working practices. 2. Rotating parts. Description: where they occur, parts that rotate around an axis, such as shafts, spindles, and couplings. Examples: drills, lathes, flywheels. Risks: injury types, entanglement, entrapment, cuts, abrasions. Affected areas: hair, clothing, fingers, hands, limbs. Control measures: fixed and interlocked guards, enclose rotating parts with appropriate guarding. Safe distance: maintain a safe distance from rotating parts during operation. PPE: use appropriate PPE such as gloves and protective clothing. Clothing restrictions: prohibit loose clothing, jewelry, and require tying back long hair. 3. Reciprocating motions. Description: where they occur, machine parts that move back and forth or up and down. Examples: presses, pumps, saws. Risks: injury types, crushing, impact, pinching. Affected areas: fingers, hands, arms, body. Control measures: guards and barriers, use guards to prevent access to hazardous areas. Two-hand controls: implement controls that require both hands to be engaged, keeping them away from danger zones. Safe work practices: develop procedures to safely interact with machines that have reciprocating motions. 4. Cutting and shearing points. Description: where they occur, locations where cutting, shearing, or slicing occurs. Examples: saws, guillotines, metal shears. Risks: injury types, lacerations, cuts, amputations. Affected areas: fingers, hands, arms. Control measures: adjustable guards, use guards that adjust to different sizes of stock while providing protection. PPE: provide appropriate PPE such as cut-resistant gloves. Training: educate workers on safe handling techniques and the use of cutting tools. 5. Crushing hazards. Description: where they occur, areas where machine parts move together with force. Examples: hydraulic presses, molding machines. Risks: injury types, crushing injuries, fractures, amputations. Affected areas: hands, arms, body. Control measures: guards and barriers, install guards to prevent access to crushing areas. Lockout/tagout, LOTO: implement procedures to ensure machines are de-energized during maintenance. Training: provide training on the safe operation and maintenance of machinery with crushing hazards. 6. Impact hazards. Description: where they occur, fast-moving parts or workpieces that can strike workers. Examples: robot arms, stamping presses, CNC machines. Risks, injury types, impact injuries, concussions, fatalities. Affected areas, head, body, limbs. Control measures, presence sensing devices, use sensors to detect the presence of workers and stop machines automatically. Barriers, erect barriers to prevent workers from entering hazardous zones. Training, conduct training on safe working distances and awareness of moving machinery. 7. Flying chips and particles. Description, where they occur, operations like grinding, drilling, or milling. Examples, machine shops, metalworking operations. Risks, injury types, eye injuries, skin abrasions. Affected areas, eyes, face, skin. Control measures, PPE, provides safety goggles or face shields to protect against flying particles. Machine guards, use guards to contain chips and particles within the machine. Ventilation systems, install systems to remove airborne particles from the work area. 8. Entanglement hazards. Description, where they occur, areas where moving parts can catch loose clothing, jewelry, or hair. Examples, unprotected belts, chains, and gears. Risks, injury types, entanglement, strangulation, severe injuries. Affected areas, hair, clothing, jewelry. Control measures, fixed guards, enclose moving parts to prevent entanglement. Clothing restrictions, enforce a dress code that prohibits loose clothing and jewelry. Training, educate workers on the risks of entanglement and proper attire. 9. Electrical hazards. Description, where they occur, exposed electrical components or faulty wiring. Examples, wiring, control panels, electrical outlets. Risks, injury types, electrical shocks, burns, fires. Affected areas, body, especially hands and arms. Control measures, insulation and guarding, ensure electrical components are properly insulated and guarded. Lockout/tagout, LOTO, implement LOTO procedures for electrical maintenance. Training, provide training on electrical safety and emergency response. 10. Thermal hazards. Description, where they occur, hot surfaces or emissions from machines. Examples, boilers, furnaces, hot pipes. Risks, injury types, burns, heat exhaustion. Affected areas, skin, body. Control measures, insulation, insulate hot surfaces to prevent contact burns. PPE, provide heat-resistant gloves and clothing. Ventilation, ensure proper ventilation to dissipate heat. 11. Noise and vibration hazards. Description, where they occur, high noise or high vibration environments due to machinery operation. Examples, heavy machinery, power tools. Risks, injury types, hearing loss, fatigue, musculoskeletal disorders. Affected areas, ears, body. Control measures, hearing protection, provide earplugs or earmuffs to reduce noise exposure. Vibration isolation, use vibration dampening equipment to reduce exposure. Regular maintenance, ensure machines are properly maintained to minimize noise and vibration. Thank you.